Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios, this is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy Jay.
Ah, look at that. Admittedly, I was worried about you connecting. That's why I came into the studio today, and rather than mail it in and do it from my apartment.
Oh,
look at
okay.
You look good.
Thanks, man.
Very ocean-colored shirt you got there. Kind of hot red. What do we call that? That's not pink.
No, it's
salmon.
actually it's
called salmon.
There you go.
Salmon.
It's salmon.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely salmon.
I thought of something else, but I don't want to get pornographic right off the top.
Yeah, it's too early.
Something real hot pink that blends real nice with dark skin, you know?
Too early, Mike.
No, too early for ebonylove.com.
Yeah, too.
It just looks so pink on you. See, I can't pull off colors like that. It looks awful on my skin. That's why I wear dark.
You think so?
I know so. Every time, dude, I can't. Even yesterday, I went shopping with my girlfriend, and I was just cruising. I wasn't really in there to get nothing serious.
Right.
She was getting stuff for work, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to bother her while she's looking for dresses and whatnot. I'm going to go check out the men's stuff. And I saw 3 or 4 really cool-looking shirts on the rack that are not the General Taylor outfit where I wear dark navy and black and dark green and gray. Cool stuff, like beachy shit. Even my beachy stuff in Hawaii was still dark in color. I thought, that looks cool, Magnum PI type shit. And I go on, I tried on 3 shirts yesterday, and they all just look shitty on me. They look great on the rack, but they don't look good on me, man.
Well,
I cannot
hold on,
pull
time
off
out.
that hot color that you can.
Time out. Who said they look shitty on you?
Me,
Sometimes
I
you
did.
need to see. That's the problem, bro. You're too hard on yourself. You should have. Did you try them on in front of Nina?
No.
That's where you messed up. My wife dresses me
Really?
most of the time. Not most of the
Okay.
time, but I get her. I need her approval.
Well, you do live with a fashion lady, you know. Makes
Right.
sense. Yeah. I've got no problem getting dressed from somebody. I'm easy to. I want to dress better, but this is
There's
80% of what I have: black T-shirts of different logos and stuff.
Hey, you became the king of the city dressing how you dress, so fuck it.
You know, yeah, of course, that goes without saying. But I'm always trying to improve, man. I'm always trying to evolve, trying to be the
Maybe
king of
that's
Texas.
Mike
Maybe
Taylor,
we need
Jr.,
Maybe
second
we
base.
need to do that. Maybe we need to do that bit too. Rudy takes Mike shopping. We go find
All
you
right.
some cool shit. We go find you some cool shit that you normally wouldn't wear.
Can we go to Goodwill to do it? Because I'm also
Yes.
really cheap. That's the problem. I'm cheap as hell.
No, we'll do Goodwill. We'll do TJ Maxx. We'll do Ross. We'll keep it light. That's where I shop.
All
That's
right.
where I shop. I got this shirt. This T-shirt is from Walmart. $6.
Oh, damn. Okay. It looks good on you.
Yeah. All this shit is Walmart, bro. It ain't.
Now,
It's not.
all right.
It ain't what you wear. It's who's wearing it.
All right. And when we go shopping, I try on loud colored shirts and you see they look shitty on me. I want you to be honest and say, you're right, they do look shitty on you. Get something
I'll
dark
tell you.
or blue. All right, Rudy's in
tell you.
Port Aransas, Texas. That's
and
where he's
already
at today.
ass whipped. Already
Really?
ass whipped.
Well, I was told that y'all don't swim.
We don't. We
What are
don't.
you
And
doing? What are you doing on the beach?
I know what Poor Day is. So buddy of mine, done well for himself, had a crib. Last minute he couldn't make it. He said, "Hey Rudy, if you give me the cleaning fee, it's yours." I said, "Shit." You know, I said, "Shit." So most of what we do right now in this phase of our lives is hookups.
Sure.
So I know what Poor Day is, but dude, I mean, I'm always looking forward to it, and then as soon as I get here, I'm just like, damn, Poor Day never lets me down, dude.
Having a
And
great
again,
time, are you? Fitting right in with the locals?
man,
Go
let's just
ahead.
start it. Let's start it. Let's punch people.
All right, let's just we can leave
Let's
with
punch people. Let's
Orlando
punch
ain't going to
people, man.
complain. All right, it's People I Want to Punch Friday, presented by the law office of Orlando Kell. And
Bro.
let's let Rudy go first. He wants to.
I
I feel like you're
I
about to
don't
tee
give a-
off on somebody.
Yeah, I don't give a shit who your candidate is. I don't give a shit if it's Judge Judy, Joe Biden, Donald Trump. I don't give a shit who it is. You know, that's fine. That's your business. Do we need to fly our candidate flag on our golf cart on the beach? Is it necessary? The thing about it is, the thing about the guy who flies his candidate flag, first of all, I know for a fact he can't find his dick for his pubes. I know that for a fact. Number two, he's the same guy that will tell Pop, I tune into basketball to watch basketball. I don't tune in to watch you tell me about politics. He's the same guy that'll tell LeBron to shut up and dribble. But yet he wants to fly his flag. Like, when I'm on the beach, I'm there to like get away from my problems. Like, I know my bills are still gonna be there Monday. But while I'm here, I just want peace. I don't give a shit about who you're voting for. And there's only one candidate flag you see. You don't see Judge Judy. You don't see Biden. There's only one flag you see here in Port A. And then they got they got random blasting hip hop music playing, right? While don't want nothing to do with black people, right? But you're blasting hip hop with 3 or 4 of your candidate flags flying. Again, I know what Port A is, so I know it's like going into the water and into the ocean and getting nibbled on by a shark and be like, how the fuck did I get bit by a shark? Bitch, you in the ocean. So I'm in Port A. I know where I'm at, but I just forget. And this was a hookup, so I was just like, you know what, man? I remember why. I might have to find somewhere else. I might have to find somewhere else because it was bad 4 years ago, 5 years ago, but it's like 10 times worse now. It's 10 times worse, and I shouldn't even let it bother me. But it's just I know who the guy is. The guy's a douche. Wants to listen to rap music but hates black people. Little dick, and he'll tell LeBron to shut up and dribble. But we got to see his flag. But we got to see his candidate's flag up and down the beach all day. And it ain't just one. But hey, when in Rome. So punch anybody bringing politics to the beach where we're supposed to be getting away from life, at least for a couple days. And then on Monday, I'll start taking the spam calls from everybody looking for money from me. That's it. I'm sorry. I'd hate to start Friday off like that.
No, it's okay. I've not been to Port A in years, and I've been there a few times. I've been there a lot of times. A lot of it when I was a kid. When we lived in Corpus, we would go there on the weekends a lot, and I had a blast. That's where I learned how to swim really well, learned how to saltwater fish, learned how to trot line, learned how to flounder fish up in the dunes near Mustang Island. Had a good time. When did it become this like MAGA gathering that makes you so uncomfortable? I don't know when that happened. 2016, 15?
Yeah, somewhere around
Right
there.
around there?
No, yeah.
It's like a rally point. It's turned into a rally point for Trump voters.
When he lost.
Like in 2020?
That's when
why
it
don't
became
you walk the beach with a MAGA hat on? You know what I guarantee would happen? You're such a
get rich. I get rich.
Everybody would want you to come to their barbecue. Hey, man,
yeah.
You want some ribs? We got some on the grill. Come here, buddy. They love that shit. Dude, they want you to fit in.
who? Candace Owens and Jason Whitlock are millionaires running that bit. I've thought about it.
You think Whitlock's a troll?
Yes.
You think he's doing a bit?
Yes. Yes. And it's genius because he don't got no worries. He got a few black people talking shit about him, but who gives a shit? They're gonna talk shit about you anyway. It's a great bit. I've thought about it. When I've really been down in the dumps, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll just do a Whitlock or a Candace Owens and get out this hole and then say, oh, I changed my mind. No, I mean, obviously it's some tongue in cheek, and I'm in Port A. I'm in their home, and when you walk into somebody's home, you don't grab the remote or the big piece of chicken. So it's all good. I'm having a good time. It's my daughter. It's my daughter's 16th birthday today, so I ain't gonna let that shit bother me. But it's just like, dude, it's just like is there no place safe anymore? Like, what does it matter? Like, you took the time to rent a golf cart, bring a flag all the way from wherever you coming from, and post it up on your golf cart. Like, what? I don't get it. But whatever. It's all good. This their lives. They can do what they want. This is the beauty of America. So again, some of it's tongue in cheek. I just don't understand why.
I'm sure that the Port Aransas Chamber of Commerce is super thrilled with your sentiments, and they're happy to have you in town.
I know they probably got this house bugged.
Dude, come on. A lot of that is also, and I like Port Aransas. I do too, geographically, and whatever. Like, if it has become something of kind of a MAGA rallying point for sure. And 99% of them don't live in Port A. They're in town like you are. It's just kind of become a gathering place. There's another one like that too. What is it? Bolivar Peninsula,
Crystal Beach, Bolivar,
yes, down in Houston.
Oh shit!
Outside near Galveston.
Where's that at?
Beach.
Beautiful.
It's racist as fuck.
Bolivar. That's where I told you that I lectured a girl about Mexicans one time.
When you didn't tip her.
I did not tip her, and I wrote her a long message on the other side of the receipt about how she needed to be more sensitive to people.
I remember that.
Because she quote unquote, we have good enchiladas, even though we've run out all of the Mexicans from our peninsula. That's what
all white trashy like that.
Told me. She thought she didn't realize that. My mom.
That's all. I'm having fun with it.
Oh, you're
fine.
No,
I'm talking about the take. It's all good.
I love everybody. But has anybody messed with you? That's the thing.
No,
they're having a good time. Do we not need to blend? Do we not need to all get along and overcome this shit once and for all to save our country?
I do think we need to get to a place where we can talk and not hate each other.
Yeah, you can't.
But the thing is, Mike, we're not changing. Nobody's changing no one's mind. So I don't know how the conversation ends. Especially,
we all have to choose not to hate. You can disagree without hating. You and I disagree on shit all of the time on this show. Half the country is going to vote for Donald Trump. He's going to get elected. He is. I bet a paycheck on it. I am not going to hate half this country. That's silly. That's insane.
That's stupid.
I'm not doing that. But
I just know when Pop goes on his rant. When Pop goes on his rants, I got a buddy was spending $85,000 a year. Great buddy, known him since '97. Spending $85,000 a year with the Spurs. When Pop started that shit, pulled it.
And see why? Why did that? What impact does that have on his life as a Spurs fan?
It's just like you don't. It's oil and water.
Yeah, but the whole family. Peter Holt is one of the biggest supporters of the GOP in the state of Texas financially. They coexist with Greg Popovich. I've never understood. Well, I'm not going to buy tickets. What the fuck for? It's like when I tell my kids, like, well, Daddy, I don't want to go to Starbucks. It's a corporation. Oh, God. I remember I lectured my 23-year-old earlier this year because we were going to go to Starbucks and...
Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks. So my 23-year-old boyfriend were in town. We went to lunch. I needed coffee. There's a Starbucks literally next door. They both were like, I don't know about that. because they've read online and gotten it in their minds that Starbucks is anti what they stand for. Well, we want to support local. I'm like, well, babe, here's the thing. Every single barista in that Starbucks over there, every single one of them lives in this town. Those are local people. It may be a franchise, but those are local people. Anyway,
That's a good
spin.
That's a good spin. I see what you did there.
I am
see what
over.
You did there.
Yeah,
I see what you did there.
I'm over. Well, I'm not going to go to that beach, or I'm going to pull my tickets. And both sides are just as bad. I'm sick of that. It doesn't accomplish anything. Look, I'm probably not going to run. I'm not going to. That doesn't mean I'm just going to accept everybody no matter what. But I'm not going to pull tickets. Look, I'm ass whipped too by Popovich's rants. Thankfully, it's kind of slowed in the last year or so.
I know.
Now, him bitching at the fans. Him bitching at the fans over Kawhi Leonard was bullshit. But the political commentary has kind of waned. Although I suspect it'll pick back up once the season starts, because we'll be right on the cusp of the election by the time the season starts. So I'm sure Pop will go off on Trump again. I'm ass whipped by it, but I'm still gonna support his players. I'm still gonna buy his gear because that's my team, and I'm not gonna hate him because I don't agree with him. I agree with a lot of things he says. I'm ass whipped by the bully pulpit that is the press conference after the Spurs game.
I'm acting like a pizza because, and this is what I get on my wife about this. Like I can be 93% great husband. She'll highlight my 7% of shitty guy, right? So 95% of poor day, 95% of poor day, love it. And I'm sitting there bitching about the little 5%, little balls, little dick dude, listening to Ice Cube, but wouldn't piss on me if I was on fire. Like, I didn't sleep well. The bed sucked, so I'm surly.
And I bet you haven't taken a shit either since you got there, because you don't take shits well outside.
Damn, you know what? I have not shitted.
Yeah.
That's probably it. I'm backed up. Anyway, let's get
come home with a bloated belly.
Who you punching?
Luka Doncic. Who else? That's who I'm punching.
What did he do to you? You punching him again? What did he do now?
Well, he said yesterday that he realizes now that he's got to cool it with refs. He's got to figure out a way
now.
Now. I got to figure it out. He admitted he gets overly frustrated with the referees, and he vows to just have fun in Game 4. Oh, okay. Now that all the pressure's off, now that you have no chance in fucking Hades of winning this series, we're just going to have fun now. Okay. Punch Luka Doncic for being a bitch. Gosh. Won't you get off the refs and vow to have fun when the series ain't over? What a jackass. What a jackass. Oh, okay.
Are you trolling your dad and your brother? I feel like you're trolling.
This has nothing to do with that. None.
All right.
And by the way, my brother let me know 2 nights ago that I still have not paid my $100 that I owe him.
That's what happens
told him,
when you
after the
talking
season,
shit.
I'll send you the 100.
What up, biatch?
Season's not over yet.
Where's my money, bitch?
Bunch of Luka, because now we're going to just have fun with it. Yeah, now that there's no pressure, they have one chance in a million. The odds of the Mavericks coming back are, hell, they're worse than seeing a black guy with a MAGA hat at Port A.
There's a lot of brothers rocking the MAGA now.
All right, I've got a question for you. Hold up. Are the Mavericks flawed?
Their approach is flawed.
Yes, they're flawed.
Their approach is flawed. The one-on-one, while it got you all the way to the finals, it's hard to argue with the way they played. But then you run into a team like Boston that's not having it. So, yes, they're flawed for sure.
Big time. They got more leaks than the Iraqi Navy. They got no defense. They have no elite defenders. They got a couple of decent defenders. And their best player is a hole on D. They got flaws. However, did they make the NBA Finals?
Yes,
they did.
So it's hard to argue that they're super flawed. I mean, you're in the finals. This is your second Western Conference Finals in the last 3 years. So, I mean, they're doing something right, Mike.
but they're flawed. And the odds,
Yes.
and they may not go back to the finals again for 10 more years if they don't get some
Right.
defense and Luka don't get his head out of his ass and try to become at least half-ass on D. My point is, maybe that big bad Western Conference is not so unconquerable. You know, with mighty Joker in Denver and Anthony Edwards about to become the face of the league, maybe. Oklahoma kicking ass. Don't watch out for Houston. They're slowly improving. The Kings have
like
talent.
Houston.
The West is good. But the Mavericks, of all people, still go to the finals. So I'm going to spin this back to my team, led by the great Greg Popovich. Maybe the West is not so unconquerable. Maybe
Give me a sec, LG.
if the Spurs do the right things, push the right buttons, perhaps, and they're not going to skip steps. Rudy always talks about making sure the meat cooks all the way through. Without skipping steps, maybe it won't take as long as I once thought it might take for them to get back elite again. If Dallas can go to the finals, that tells me the Spurs are 2 players away from, and once Wemby gets into his own, we're 2 good players away here from making some noise ourselves. That's all. Watching the Mavericks go to the finals, strangely enough, gives me a little bit more hope that San Antonio may not need 5 years to get back to being elite. Maybe they can get this done in 2 years, depending upon what they do this summer and then next summer when they'll have, provided they don't trade for megastars this year, they may have $50 million in cap room next summer. This thing may not take as long. That's all. That's my take on that. Shout out to Tex-Mex Frank. He just donated $4.99. Love the discussion. Have a good weekend, fellas. Thank you, sir. LG, you got anybody you need to punch today?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. It is Orlando Kell. Maybe your wife went MAGA.
No. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Maybe your husband's turned into a communist and he's ready to move to Oakland and live in a tent. And that's too much. Whatever the case, 50% of married couples are going to break up. That is just all there is to it. That's the stats. Been that way for years. It won't change. It does not have to be as atrocious as it has to be if you get the right leadership, and that's where Orlando Kell comes in. He is the official family lawyer of In the Building, family law, divorce, custody, visitation, father's rights, enforcements, modifications. Orlando Kell's the guy. If you need a family attorney, call him at 210-775-4995, or you can directly email him at orlandokell.law@gmail.com. orlandokell.law@gmail.com. All right. The news of the sports world, for my money, is the Trevor Lawrence contract. The Jaguars have agreed to a 5-year, $275 million deal with Trevor Lawrence. $200 million are guaranteed. $142 million signing bonus. That's insane. No, I take it back. So technically, it's a $37 million signing bonus, but you throw the salary in. The dude basically just he made $142 million yesterday. He now averages $55 million a year with this deal, which is tied for the most in the NFL with my man Joe Burrow. Lawrence becomes the 6th quarterback to now have an annual average salary north of $50 million. Here are the $50 million club right now. Trevor Lawrence, Joey Burrow, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, and Channel View's own Jalen Hurts. Patrick Mahomes makes 46. Lawrence's
now
new
let me
deal,
ask. Go ahead, Mike.
Let me give you some more numbers. So that makes him the 9th quarterback with $100 million or more fully guaranteed. The others are Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Herbert, Goff, Hurts, Allen's own Kyler Murray, and Josh Allen. So there's that.
You know what's great about this country, Mike?
White men can make a lot of money. Bam!
No,
sorry. I was fucking with
Dak's. Dak's not better than any of those guys, but he's going to get the same amount of money.
Dak Prescott sucks.
That's obviously that's where we're spinning with this deal here. Let's see. Let me give you a couple. Let me give you a couple stats, and because I want to talk about Dak sucks, Scott.
He's
Okay.
not better than any of those guys.
Here are the 11
None of
highest
them.
paid guys. Right? I know.
I'm
I
listening.
think I know where you're about to go, and I think we're going to agree 100%. Here are the 11 highest paid quarterbacks in the league. It's a tie at number one between Burrow and now Trevor Lawrence, who, by the way, I'm not trying to argue whether or not Lawrence should have gotten that money. You bet your ass he should. That kid is all-world talented. They were rolling last year, and he got hurt in the second half with a concussion, had a terribly sprained ankle, sore shoulder. Kid got killed, and they flopped in the second half. That kid's good. Anyway, so it's Burrow and Lawrence at number one.
Okay.
Then it goes Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, Kirk Cousins, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes makes less money than Kirk Cousins. And then Josh Allen. Those are your top 11. You going to take Kirk Cousins over Dak?
Yeah.
And Josh Allen too?
Yes.
Okay. So
I've given Dak. I've given Dak
11.
plenty of chances.
So here is rhetoric that I have heard since this deal came down last night. ESPN, Fox, these other shows. The Cowboys are stupid. They should have gotten Dak done already. They've waited around, and now they're forced to pay him as much as Joey Burrow and Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I've heard said. Or are they forced to pay him that much?
No, you're not. You don't have to do shit.
That's right. Maybe they haven't given him a deal because, Rudy, maybe the Cowboys have decided to hell with it. Let's make him go to free agency and see what happens next year. If that's what they're doing, great. But if they're getting ready to now all of a sudden, oh, shit, Lawrence got paid, fuck it. Tell Dak we'll give him 60. If they announce a deal with Dak Prescott here in the next 2 or 3 weeks or 4, that they're now going to give him $55 million too, just like Burrow and Lawrence, then they're morons. I don't trust the Cowboys as far as I can pee. I think they should let him go to free agency and move on from him. Even though you're gonna have some short-term pain, I think it's time to do that. Maybe that's what they're going to do. But if they do wind up signing him to this insane contract soon, then they're effing idiots. You either should have signed him already by now or don't sign him at all. We're into that territory. So they either look genius and go ahead and let him go to free agency, or they cave here right before training camp and give him some god-awful deal, and then they look like they're the biggest losers of the offseason. I think they probably already are the biggest losers of the offseason based on who they've lost. But if they wind up giving Dak a deal that makes him the highest paid guy, then I don't know how anybody continues to stay passionate about that. I already don't understand, and I really won't then.
Well, this is what I'll say. I think now that you've made way too much sense and said what really should go down, and I think you're 1,010% right. Now I'm going to pull your boat, since I'm in port, pull your boat back to port and bring it back to reality. He's about to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, or one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL here shortly. He's not going anywhere. And this is Dallas 101. Again, Mike, I 1,000% agree with you. That is what should happen. Because again, I think when you start saying have to, that's when the end is near. Like, well, we have to pay CeeDee Lamb. We have to pay Micah. We have to pay. You don't have to do shit. I've seen better players get cut. I've seen better players than Dak Prescott be let go, walk off into free agency, okay? So you don't have to do shit. But they are, and he will be a top 3 paid quarterback. CeeDee Lamb will be a top 3 paid receiver, and Micah Parsons will be a top 3 pass rusher. And they will lose in the wild card or the divisional round for the next 3 years, 4 years, however long this window is open. So while you're 1,000% right, and I think they should have you up in their front office and talking some sense into them, this is the Cowboys. They don't work in reality. They work in la la land. And Dak's going to get paid. And so Jerry is dumb for not having already paid CD. He is dumb for already not having paid Dak Prescott, because you plan to keep them. Why wait around and let the number keep going up? He is not letting those 3 cash cows walk out. So then why not just get it done while the numbers, not even, they can't even say low. Can't say low. but before they continue to climb. Now, as far as to bring it full circle, as far as Trevor Lawrence, now when he was a rookie, he was being Mr. Gen Zer and took his money in Bitcoin. He ain't doing that shit this time, huh? First of all, Bitcoin's still climbing. I'm not knocking Bitcoin, but I don't hear him talking about taking that 100 million up front in Bitcoin like he did his rookie year. A lot of guys lost their ass when they kind of dipped. I think it was Odell, Trevor. It was a few guys that did the Bitcoin thing, like give me my paycheck in Bitcoin. I mean, and it fluctuates. I'm not an expert there, but he ain't doing that shit this time. He's like, give me my. Do you just keep refreshing until you see the 37? Like, cause
don't know, don't care. Have no idea.
He's
I'm
like,
chasing Benjamins, not Bitcoins.
No, I'm talking about because he gets 37 up front. So I'm saying, do you keep
Oh.
refreshing your bank account until it?
I'll see how it kicks in when it kicks in. I don't know how that works to have that kind of money. I'm not sure how I would allocate my money.
Me
Distribute
neither.
it to different accounts.
Yeah.
I sure would like to find out. I dream at night. I get a boner thinking, what if, like, imagining winning the lottery? Well, I guess I better find a good CPA and a lawyer and an accountant to help me with all this. I dream that I have to do that.
Me too.
I dream of that. I bet you if I won the lottery, our CPA sponsors I'd have 50 call in the building within a day. Hey, we want to sponsor the show. I'll bet you do.
No shit.
All right. We love our sponsors. We love our people. It's in the building, and Texas Cheer Liquor is the official liquor store of us. All right. We've got Father's Day special going on right now. Until they're not open on Sunday. It's a liquor store. But you've got today and mañana. Right. Take advantage of some liquor specials. You've got Fireball on sale. Lowest price in town on Fireball. They got real cool gift box sets. I used to sell a ton of those when I was working at Texas Cheer. Beautiful little boxes. It's got the whiskey displayed in there. There's a Maker's Mark's gift box that LG's flashing on the screen.
I used to sell a shit ton of them
comes with like a stir, a little shot glass with it. Really cool little gift sets for your pops. 4 different specials at Texas Cheer. There are 7 in the area, and all of them will give you 5% off when you mention in the building Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of us. All right.
Sing, motherfucker.
Have you had time to watch any golf since you've been on the road and hanging out with your Republican buddies out there on the coast?
Shout out to my MAGA brethren. A little bit. I saw highlights. I saw some highlights. And again, I called it last week that I knew these guys were going to be bitching and moaning and groaning. The course is kicking most of their asses. And, I like to see pro golfers bitch. Because they get to experience 4 days of what I go through every day since August of 2009. Like, yeah, the sport is freaking hard. Like, quit your damn blood clot crying. Like, what are y'all crying for?
Are you crying?
So it's a U.S. Open. This shit's supposed to be hard. Now, is Pinehurst a little overdoing it a bit? Yeah. But, I know last week, Mike, we did like 6 things that we loved about this year so far, and then 6 things that we were thinking would happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking like Nostradamus with the way I knew Tiger was mailing this weekend. Not mailing in. He's just at peace with where he is as a man and as a golfer when he said, Charlie's going to be my swing guy this weekend. I'm going to have Charlie. He sees my swing more than anybody. And, he's making adjustments here and there, especially with my putting. So Charlie's going to be my eyes this weekend. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy's done. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, I'm going to take this opportunity to bond with my son. This is our bonding time. Like, and then now you're +4. That dude's retiring at the end of this year. I'd be shocked. Again, he's going to play his little sponsored tournaments, but as far as competitive play, I can't see him playing past this year. This shit's getting bad.
You don't think he'll play on the senior tour at all? Not even in the majors?
It's beneath him.
Well,
I'm
like
not talking about
he's humbled up. Though.
I'm not talking about
he's
me.
At peace. I understand. He's at peace.
Yeah, he's at peace. He's at peace, man. He's at peace. Like, you got again, it's really cool to be able to be like, yeah, my son's gonna be my eyes and ears this weekend. It's super cool, super bonding. I love to see it. But he's literally on the back 9. Hell, he's walking up 18. He's retiring at the end of this year. I'm sticking to that.
for good. All right. Well, I mean, he's terrible. He can barely walk. The leader
Yeah,
of the
he got
U.S.
the
Open,
old man swing. Who's the leader right now?
Patrick Cantlay. That's a tough
Is
name.
Rory still in second?
I would have given him a lot of shit in high school if I had known a kid who was named Cantlay.
Is Mr. Rekindle still at Rory? Rekindle Rory? Is he still in second?
No, Rory's dropped a couple of shots off. He's at 300. He's on the course. Texas Tech Zone. Ludwig Aberg, former Texas Tech grad, is in second. Right, he's a shot behind Cantlay. Patrick Cantlay's at 5 under. Aberg at 4, and then a bunch of dudes at 3 under. That includes my guy Rory McIlroy and my man Bryson DeChambeau is at 2 under.
I forgot
so there are some
Bryson.
guys that are under par, but the winner will probably be 2 over, if not more. By the end
I love it. I love it.
Makes you feel like a human when you see these dudes struggle.
Yeah, it just whips my ass. Like you know how you bitch about rich people, like complaining. Golfers complaining about a golf course being hard as an ass whip. Shut up.
Right.
You get like shut up. You can get 50th. You can get 50th place at a golf tournament and walk away with 160K. Like shut up. Get over it.
Hey, we have to pay all of our own expenses. Those of us that don't have sponsorships.
Oh God.
All right, I want to do a little entertainment news.
Now, live from In the Building, a guy's favorite segment, Mentertainment. My God, there's 2 of them now. Here they are, Rudy Jay and Mike Taylor.
All right, Vaya con Dios to the great Johnny Canales.
What
you familiar
know
with
about
Johnny at
Johnny
all?
Canales? What
Orale.
you know about Johnny Canales, dog? You don't know nothing about Johnny Canales, dog.
Chale.
Why do you underestimate me? I pay attention to everything. The Johnny Canales show debuted in early 80s, probably late 70s, early 80s. Johnny was, hello. Okay, give me a little heads up. I was about to say something about Johnny.
She can't hear you. I got headphones on.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right, I'm going to do something fun. Fuck. Yeah, okay, you're right. She can't hear me. I'm sorry for that's horrible.
No, who cares? I told you, I cuss in front of my kids all the goddamn time. Shit.
Well, let all your buddies at Port A know that Johnny was one of the most influential Mexican broadcasters of all time. Help launch Selena. And a bunch of other
he had a role in it. He had a big role in it.
Sure, absolutely.
What was it? Take it away, Johnny.
In the 80s and 90s, the show was taped in front of an audience of 2,500 or so, a small audience in Corpus, and wound up airing for dang near 20 years and all kinds. It was on Univision, Telemundo. At one point, it was on the air in America. It was on the air in L.A., Miami, all over the area, all over the country. Whenever Tejano peaked in the 90s and early 2000s.
Can I ask my Latino brothers and my Latino sisters? Was he y'all's Don Cornelius? Was that y'all Soul Train? Like, help me out, because Soul Train was huge for the black community. We loved us Don Cornelius.
Sure, he's the Tejano.
Soul Train. Would he be that?
Godspeed to Don Cornelius. You know what happened to Don Cornelius? Remember?
What?
Remember Don Cornelius?
Oh yeah. We ain't got to go there. We ain't got to go there, Mike.
He decided to blow his wife away and then stick it in his own mouth and blow his Soul Train brains out of the back of his head.
I know. Was that y'all Soul Train? It was. Was that the Latino Soul Train?
In America, no question. In the U.S., absolutely. For sure. He was, who was the white people, Don Cornelius? Dick Clark?
It's American Bandstand. What do you mean?
Yeah, Dick Clark.
Yeah.
Dick Clark. Are you ready? Poor Dick Clark.
What the hell?
They kept running him out there.
What's wrong?
When he got really, really old and had a stroke, they just kept running him out there on New Year's Eve shows. And it was so tense, and it was unfortunate. But he owned the show. To his credit, he brought in Ryan Seacrest to help him co-host. But
Poor Ryan.
Ryan had to fight through Dick, and
Whoa!
Ryan was the primary. Hey, okay, I didn't mean it like that. Can we have some maturity for once?
Is this how do you fight through dick like this? How you fight through dick? Like I'm trying to figure.
Yeah. Just try to enjoy it. It's like a passing storm, Rudy. It'll pass. Try to enjoy it. No, poor Seacrest. So they would just go to Dick Clark for like short little hits. There's a new dog. It was unfortunate.
Come on, Mike.
Highly unfortunate.
Mike.
I'm sorry. Hearing him try to throw to Charlie XCX or Dua Lipa or whatever was so highly unfortunate on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve rockin'. Anyway, Godspeed to Johnny Canales, the great Johnny Canales, who died and entered Mexican broadcast Valhalla at the age of 76. Apparently, he had been in declining health in recent weeks. Had a stroke several years ago. The dreaded stroke, man. I don't want to have a stroke.
Why not?
The strokes and aneurysms scare me because your brain blows up, basically. There you go. I got to be careful knocking it. It might freak out Ellie.
No shit.
Selena's first appearance was in the mid-'80s.
Anything for Salinas.
She was just a little kid. And as Selena's stardom started taking off, she introduced some of her big singles on Johnny's show. Baila esta cumbia, La Llamada, No Debes Jugar. They all appeared on Johnny when she first. That's where she would go test tunes out on Johnny's show. And then a lot of them would just blow up after that.
Speaking of Selena, did you see where Yolanda Salivar said when she gets out she wants to work for Shakira?
I did see that. I've not seen what Shakira thought about it, though.
Bitch, suck a fart out my ass. No? You ain't working for Shakira.
How about no?
You get nothing.
All right. Rudy
what
wants
else
to talk about one of his favorite actors, Kevin Spacey's in the news today, apparently. What did Kevin Spacey do?
You didn't see him on Piers Morgan?
No, I don't watch a lot of Piers Morgan.
I don't either. I just my social media is my news. He broke down
Piers
crying.
Morgan. Just don't watch it.
Yeah, he broke down crying on Piers' show.
Spacey did? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, I'm broke.
You just can't molest dudes. You can't molest young teenage boys like you used to. It's unfair.
He beat those charges. All right, first of all. Second of all.
I just wanted to lick his butt. That's all. I was trying to help. I was trying to make him feel good. I'm a giver. I don't know why I used a Texas accent.
Bring out the gimp.
He's broke, losing his house. And he beat the charge. Well, he's beat 9 of the charges. Now he's got to go to civil, but I don't know what you're going to get. The guy's broke.
Dude, there ain't no... He beat what charges?
He beat 9 of the sexual assault charges brought against him from 01 to 13.
Yeah.
So.
They ganged up on me.
You know what? This country's gone to shit. You're innocent. You're guilty until proven innocent. Gosh.
No, not with me. But Kevin Spacey just reeks of shitbag. He just does.
Who grabbed my ass?
Why? What did Kevin Spacey do to you that make you feel like he's a shitbag?
Well, technically, maybe legally, he got off on. He beat all the charges.
Well, he beat 9 of them. I don't know if there's still more, but he beat 9 of them.
There's no doubt in my mind he was constantly trolling for young butt. And no question crossed the line. He's just kind of pervy. He seems pervy to me. Just go pick
Well, are you basing that off American Beauty? Are you basing that off American Beauty?
No, I love American Beauty. He was fantastic in that.
You ever suck some dick for marijuana?
Okay.
Hey, yo, how much time we got left? Y'all are out of pocket today.
I don't.
You making fun of Dick Clark's stroke speech?
I didn't make fun. I was doing an impression. There's a difference between making fun of and just simply doing an impression. I do a lot of impressions. I try to put myself in these people's voices. And the reason I do that is I want to provide to in the building listeners and viewers. I want to paint a picture. Sometimes you have to
talking about fighting through Dick.
Nobody gets upset when I do the fake Oscar
slur.
de la Hoya.
He just did another one that our listeners wanted you to imitate. He just trolled Canelo again. They were
I
asking
know,
you
I
to
saw
do it.
Oscar may run away with the D-bag of the year. Right now, I'm not even sure there's a close number second. Number second? Yeah, let's go with that. Number second.
Luka's close.
Luka's close. Well, I don't know if he's close, but I wouldn't be shocked if Luka gets nominated at some point this year for sure. Especially in South Texas with a bunch of Spurs fans. All right, there's my entertainment news. I saw your video you posted there at that palatial mansion you're staying in with your own private pool and stuff. You got a good setup there in Port Aransas.
Man, it's not.
You know what? Hey, you know what? You know why you're hanging out? You know why you're hanging out in a GOP area, a Republican majority area? Because it's affordable. God damn it! So you're welcome. You're welcome. Go pull up the 50 most expensive cities in America to live in, and we all know who they vote for.
Guess what? I'm only paying
them liberal. You can't make a living in liberal cities.
I'm only paying the cleaning fee, and this ain't no mansion. Angles, nice. My brother. Angles, my brother. Angles.
I understand. The U.S. News and World Report just posted the most, what they call it, the most, crap. How did they word it? It was pretty funny. Just basically, it's the list of, it's impossibly unaffordable.
Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen
LA,
I've seen the most
San Diego, San Francisco,
a lot of towns
Honolulu.
in Florida. A lot of cities in Florida, like a couple cities in Florida for sure.
Not near the top, no. Yeah. South Beach, Miami, which is straight blue. Say what you want to about my liberal buddies, and I defend them, and I'm in the middle, but they're expensive as shit. It's hard to make a living in a blue state.
Well, guess what? It ain't no Biden flags down here. You get shot.
Do what?
It ain't no Biden flags flying on the beach. You get shot.
And get your ass whooped.
Yeah, you get fucked up, drowned or something.
All right, what else today? Credit to the Big 12 Conference.
For what?
It is no longer the Longhorns 10.
I don't know if Mike, can you see your screen?
I can.
Okay.
Thank you to Empire Courier Civil Process. They brought us my entertainment news as I'm teasing the Big 12 segment. Richard Ramos and his wife Teresa Ramos. Teresa finds people for a living. Richard serves them for a living. It's a good tandem if you are in need of someone to be found, so you can serve them with an eviction notice, a divorce notice, pay your bills notice, repo, whatever it is. Lots of attorneys will go to Richard. HOA presidents reach out to Richard. Can't get people to, can't find him, can't get them to abide by the rules. Richard and Terry will help you with that and deliver those things. However, they also do mobile notary service. They're a basic courier. So if you're in need of any of that stuff, it is Empire Courier and Civil Process. Reach out to Richard at 210-889-1643. Or you can email him. It's RR as in his name, Richard Ramos, rrempire@mac.com. rrempire@mac.com. All right. So I am obviously a TCU fan, but I'm moving away from caring much about the Big 12. I am, for the first time ever, locked and loaded, all in on the SEC.
Even with Deion coming back to the Big 12?
I'm intrigued by that, man, but UT and A&M were the two schools of note in this state, and now that UT's gone to the big Southern John Plantation country, I've just got to follow them. I'll watch TCU. I'm interested in what Dion does, but only because it's Dion. You know, if Dion wasn't the coach at Colorado,
I wouldn't give
care.
a shit. I wouldn't.
That to be said, if the Big 12, give the Big 12 credit for trying to stay relevant as they can, knowing they just lost these two big dogs. Brett Yarmark, who ran Jay-Z's company before he became the commissioner of the Big 12. Credit that guy. He's a marketing son of a bitch. So this big report comes out last night that the Big 12 is getting ready to sell off its naming rights. It's no longer going to be the Big 12. It's going to be like the J.C. Penney 12 or the Coca-Cola 12, something like that. It's the first time ever that a conference is going to sell its own naming rights.
It ain't going to be the last, Mike. Everybody's going to do it now. Like, we can get money for that too?
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll see if the SEC does it. It may be the SEC brought to you by NASCAR, but they ain't going to take the SEC out of it, I'll bet.
No. This is what I'll say about whoever was in charge of hiring Brett Yarmark. What they understood was there's no saving us as far as being a football conference. Thank you, Wayne, 71, $9.99. I can't see what he said about the $9.99, but Wayne says, enjoy the show and fighting through the cringeworthiness, Taylor being Taylor. You guys damn right. This is a hard job fighting through his shit. But they understood.
Like fighting through a bag of dicks. You were saying, for more, here's Rudy
done?
John. Live in Port Aransas, here's our Big 12 correspondent, Rudy Jay.
Magnum Dom.
They understood they didn't need a football guy. They needed a marketing guy. Because there's nothing you can do to make us give a shit about Big 12 football on the grand scheme of things, unless, like you say, Dion catches lightning in a bottle. Oklahoma's gone, A&M's gone, Longhorns are gone. So they say, you know what? We'll become a basketball conference, and we'll become a marketing machine with the guy that used to run Rock Nation. Genius. And I love everything he's doing. You bring in Arizona's, you bring in some pop with Dion. So look, they just need the guy to keep them relevant because, again, no one's going to give a shit about them during football unless, it depends on who they're playing that particular day. So I love what Yarmark's doing.
Yeah, football-wise, they're set
And
up.
we're a long way away from the old days anyway. Like, there's just everything's new.
Everything's new.
We're long.
Colorado could go 12-0 this year, and no one's going to think they should be in the playoff. Although they will, because we're now going to 12 teams.
Yeah, we're going to 12. Right.
The timing's good for the Big 12 because had they not gone to 12 teams, they may have undefeated teams that don't get in, or they get in.
Fair.
They get in just because they're undefeated, which is BS, and they don't deserve it. Right? Nobody. I mean, there's 7 schools in the SEC better than anybody in the Big 12, at least, if not 8. It's that big of a difference. The Arizona schools are both shit. Dion went 4-8. He's got a long way to go. Opens up the door for my Frogs to go undefeated. Just saying. It's easier to get to the playoffs out of the Big 12. I guess that's the recruiting pitch. Hey, it's easier to get to the playoffs in our conference. Well, but good on them, man. Hey, they're doing whatever they have to do. The Slackers 12, whatever it might be, Speaking of, you and I got a remote coming up.
Yeah, we
Slackers. Do. Oh, Slackers. The North Star location. On the 20th, that is next Thursday night, me and Rudy, our show is going to be moved to 5 to 7. And we're going to do it. Our show is going to be done live, 5 to 7. Fight through that bag of dicks, bud. Charlie wants to know, did Cuero change me? No, I just don't beat to one drum. It depends on the topic. I subscribe to the Jimmy Johnson theory. Jimmy Johnson's theory was that every single situation is situational. Every situation is its own. I'm a free thinker. I don't subscribe to either magazine. I got my own book. Anyway, on Thursday night, 5 to 7, it's in the building.
Oh my God, y'all are fucking stupid, dog.
There's the official Slackers mascot of In the Building. Represent.
Frank texted me yesterday. I think he's here in Port A today. He texted me yesterday. Man, I heard the show. Heard you going down to Port A. I'll be down there. So.
Oh, cool. Look up with Frank today. Yeah. All right. So next week, Thursday, at the North Star location, they're celebrating 11 years in business. The North Star location on Rector, right by North Star Mall. I'm going to be in the dunk booth. And do you guys have any problems with the money that we raise from the dunk booth going to my guys at the Miracle League. The Miracle
Is that the
Baseball
little
League.
league where you went and did your baseball thing?
It is the Little League. It's for unable-bodied kids. It's for disabled kids.
Right.
So it's baseball for kids in wheelchairs, kids that need walkers, kids with autism, things of that.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think that's a
Miracle
no-brainer.
The official boxer of In the Building, Jesse James Leha, is a board member. One of my very good friends runs the league. It is very near and dear to my heart. They allow little kids who couldn't play regular baseball to play baseball. It's all free. They don't charge a nickel, and it's extremely expensive to run. So I thought we would donate. Since I'm the one getting in the motherfucking dunk booth, we'll donate it to my guys at the Miracle League. About that, all right?
You ought to hit Jesse and tell him to come dunk you, man. Hey, I know Jesse's a busy man. Hey, Jesse, why don't you come dunk me, man? We're gonna do something for the Miracle League.
So I texted him a couple days ago. I'm like, hey, man, are y'all hiring at the gym?
Oh, my God.
Because I'm trying to find another job. I can't. I'm trying to find like a full-time day job, like after our show's over.
What did he say?
The problem is I need a job that will accommodate my mission schedule. I need a third hustle, at least until we get in the building where it needs to go. I need another job. So I texted Leha, hey man, are y'all hiring at the gym? He replied, yep, we need sparring partners. I'm like, dude, come on now. And he LOL. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm gonna come spar. I'm gonna spar with all the local pros. That's what I'll do. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out to James. Y'all get your booties out to the North Star location of Slackers as we celebrate their 11th birthday next Thursday. Maybe we'll bring her.
What scarf is Agatha wearing? Is that SAFC?
Yeah, it's Defend 210, baby. She's poodle.
And she got the Slackers hat on. I can't wait till Frank sees this episode.
Normally we have her completely naked, but we decided to give her some dignity. I'm trying to clean up the show a little bit, although today's episode is not an example of me trying to clean up the show some. I told LG to put something on her to give her some dignity.
Y'all caught me off guard, man. That shit had me in tears. Y'all caught me off guard. I wasn't ready. I was literally crying right now. Like, y'all got me. Is she riding something? Is she riding something? Or is she sitting down? She's standing up? Is she riding? What's she doing?
She's just ready for whatever you need her to be ready.
She's riding your chair.
Yeah, she's sitting in your chair, sir, waiting on you she's keeping it warm for you. Didn't we give her a name last year?
Agatha.
Rudy named her when he got here.
Oh, Agatha. Okay, cool. Agatha.
Agatha 123.
That's an old lady name given to a young woman. I like when a young, pretty girl has an old school name. I don't know why. Just like
and a little stank on her.
Well, yeah. I mean, that goes. That goes without saying. Little stank. I told Nina about that segment too yesterday. She's like, I know. She's used to me, dude. She's lived with my ass for over 2 years. All you need to just get used to it, or get rid of it. That's all it is. When you're living with me, that's how things go. Although living with her, okay, we're peas in a pod. She's just not as boisterous about her stuff as me. Although she shocks me on occasion. Anyway, I told her I did my stank segment today. She's like, oh yeah, I know.
Oh, you told her?
Yeah.
About the whole. Oh, okay.
I've told her many times. I like it when you don't bathe.
You know what? We don't got to revisit this.
Okay, I'm sorry. It got brought up on accident. It's unfortunate. Highly unfortunate. Okay. Caitlin Clark. We can't go 3 shows. Oh, my
God. Are you serious?
We can't go
Caitlin
3
Clark
shows.
again?
Well, she said yesterday she does not want anything to do with your agenda. No one's agenda. People are trying to say, hey, all these black girls in the WNBA are hating on her because she's white. She ain't trying to hear that shit. She don't want to be no white hope, no white savior, whatever. She don't want any agenda. She's just trying to get through her rookie season. This woman has put up with more than any rookie should have to put up with at this point.
Oh, my God.
I said the other day,
are you defending a rich person?
Hang on. I'm straddling the fence because last week I said, hey, tough tits, this is what happens with the attention, WNBA. Y'all need to get
Right.
used to paparazzi. Y'all need to get used to more media. Y'all need to get, this is what happens. But there's a line. I mean, the fact Caitlin Clark had 30 again the other night. She's a little up and down. She didn't get put on the Olympic team. That's fine. We argued about whether or not she should have been. She is enduring a lot of bullshit that I think that because she's a white woman who's straight, I don't think there's any question about that. She's dealing with
Mike.
from the left. I'll even say that. From the left. The right wants to make her a white hope, but the left wants to tear her down. She just wants to shoot ball, man. She wants to fit in and be a rookie. She plays in Indiana. And she's even New York, Chicago, or LA. She just wants to blend into the league and do what she's going to do. She's a white, straight female.
What do you wait?
That's
Time
rare
out.
in the WNBA. It's not the majority.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Being a white, straight female.
You're saying she's taking heat.
Both sides.
Give me
Well, she's not taking heat. I think both sides are trying to turn her into something politically or socially, and she don't want anything to do with either one of it. She wants to be herself, her own individual self, and play ball and go home and do her job. But I don't think she's ever it's never going to be normal again until she's retired.
Now, I know the sisters are like, hey, we've been doing this for a long time. Why y'all giving her all the credit? Well, the thing is, while I agree with them, I also tell them.
I agree with that too.
Hell, I agree with them, but what I also tell them is, hell, nobody cared. So I get where y'all coming from, but nobody cared. Hell, I saw a report a day or two ago. They're still bleeding. The WNBA is still bleeding. It's not like all of a sudden they're in the black because Caitlin got there. Like if not for the NBA funding them, that league would have been gone. But the NBA won't let it fail. The NBA just like, okay, that's one of our WNBA is a tax write-off for the NBA. So they're still bleeding, even though Caitlin Clark is there. But the other part is bleeding's the wrong way to use when I'm talking about women, huh?
You can say that. That is
okay.
See what I'm
saying?
But
who's being immature now?
But
we're having a serious grown-up conversation.
The straight part is a curveball for me. So you think she's taking shit because she likes dudes?
I think if she were gay, it would help her cause. With some.
Well, that is a league that's been. I mean, it is what it is, right?
No. I think people. No, I think I'm talking about fans, conservative fans, love her even more.
Conservative fans love the fact that she's straight. Yeah,
absolutely, no question. But she don't want to be anybody's narrative.
Oh, dude, she's ass whipping. I wouldn't be shocked if she took like a sabbatical in a year or two, where she just like, yo,
Chappelle.
The poor kid she don't even have social media because it's so bad.
Did she delete her social media?
I don't know if she ever had it.
Oh, wow. Well,
hey, Twitter
I
world.
got respect on that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. She's going to have to tough it out. Save her money. Keep your head down. Use the team as a cocoon. Stay off the internet. And you cannot control that there's going to be a narrative about you.
She should call Mike.
Control.
She's a Nike. She should call Mike. She needs to call Mike. And Mike will tell her. Mike will be the best person to tell her, fuck everybody. Black people tried to force me to be a Democrat at the height of my career. You know what I told them? Republicans wear shoes too. Fuck off. I'm not on anybody's side.
I'm
not on anybody's side. Fuck off. Call Mike. Mike is the king of telling people to fuck off until he's ready. And he dealt with it more than anybody. Because you got people tugging at you both sides. Her people need to get in touch with Mike's people, and Mike needs to sit down, have a little scotch and a cigar with her, and teach her how to tell people to fuck off.
Agreed. But I think she's like yesterday showed me that she's got a little bit of that F off in her. Hey, I'm not trying to be anyone's narrative. Either way, either side. Don't judge me on what you see me doing. Don't turn me into something that I don't want to be or not. You know, we deify people. We take celebrities in this country and we turn them into something that they're not even close to being and don't want to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what we do. And she know it's going to happen, but her coming out and saying, don't do it, I don't want anything to do with it, it'll help curb it some. She's doing what she can to not fuel any fires. And it's insane.
True.
And by the way, this will wear off. In a year, we won't be doing Caitlin Clark's segments, I don't think. Unless she's got off the court issues. That's it. She'll blend in. We'll move on, and the WNBA will be what it's always been. All right. Show brought to you in part by the Ribaldo Realty Group. If you are in need of a real estate agent, that is our guy, Jay Ribaldo. He is the official real estate agent of In the Building. He is Filipino. That is not an appropriate drop. I hope would-be partners of ours don't use today's show as an example of what we are every single day. Or do we blow up now? Who knows? It depends on who's watching. Thank you to Jay Ribaldo, the official real estate agent. Just know this. Whether you vote left, right, in the middle, don't give a shit. Our guy Jay Ribaldo should be your guy because the most important decision you make outside of the house you actually purchase, or maybe you're looking to sell a house, the most important decision you make outside of what to ask for your home is the agent you have. That is so imperative that you have the right agent, and Jay's our guy. He is Budo in the Building, Budo Thunderdome, 210-887-1081, 887-1081, or hit him up directly on email. It's jribaldo@kw.com. KW as in Keller Williams. It's jribaldo@kw.com. Yes, sir.
Enjoy yourself some pancit and lumpia.
What? Huh?
Jay.
What's that?
I said enjoy some pancit and lumpia.
Is that tonight? He invited us to go eat Filipino food later.
That was yesterday, dude.
Oh, son of a beeswax. I got caught up in not doing it. Thank you to Jay. I've actually been to that restaurant before. It's unbelievably good. It's great. I think I told LG about this too.
What's the name of it?
Oh, God, you had to do that. Hang on. I'm going to find it momentarily. We'll give them a shout out. It's called Kabayan Kusina.
It's pronounced pan-sit.
Thank you. Not pan-seat.
Now, is it lumpia or is it lumpia?
Lumpia. Pancit.
Lumpia.
It's pancit.
Pancit and lumpia. That shit is good. And
well,
chicken,
it's good sit. Give me some.
Chicken adobo. Adobo. That shit's good.
All right. They just had their 1 year business anniversary. Kabayan Kusina, Kabayan, Kabayan, Kusina with a K, Kusina. It's over off of I-10. It's by that. Well, there's a big old HEB over off of, what is that, I-10 and Days of Vala. It's right there in that shopping strip. It's Filipino.
Oh, I know exactly where you're talking about now.
It's great. Really, really good. Super good. All right, so thanks
to over there by that SA Seafood spot. I love SA Seafood.
All right, got another big fight this week.
Yeah, we got a fight tomorrow.
Sucks. Well, we got one called off. So the Tyson Jake Paul fight got called off.
Oh, okay.
Because Mike's hurt, and now the Conor McGregor fight has been called off because guess what?
Oh, fuck that fight.
Conor McGregor's hurt. What do old people do? They get hurt. Old people get hurt.
Yep.
Yes, Matt Bernard, it is close to A-Dong. That place is still kicking ass, too. It's always full of people.
I heard it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get myself in there and try A-Dong.
I need to try A-Dong as well. Maybe we can tag team A-Dong and Kabayan one day.
Yeah.
Sample both of them.
I need some of that A-Dong in my mouth.
Me too. I can't wait to taste that A-Dong.
I'm fucking done today.
Can't wait for it.
I'm done with y'all today, dude. Like,
I think
so
there's
is the
two
place called
locations where you can get A-Dong now.
Really?
Yeah.
Normally they don't roll that way. Normally it's A Pearl. But
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Mike, when's the last time you had A-Dong?
I've not had A-Dong. I'm looking to try it though. I'm getting curious as I get older. I'm getting more curious to go in there and try A-Dong.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, I don't want to die without trying everything.
You may just love it.
I want to say that I did it all. Yeah, maybe I'm missing out on who I really am. I just don't know it yet. How would I know until I sample A-Dong? So the Conor McGregor fight's called off because he's hurt. He has murder face, but he don't have the same murderous abilities, and so that.
Hey, but we still got
off.
Tank. We still got Tank Davis. We still got Tank Davis and Martin tomorrow.
What?
Tank Davis fights tomorrow.
Okay.
I brought my fire stick so I could watch it.
Who's in the building rooting for? Tank Davis?
Yeah.
All right. I'm Team Tank.
In the
Team
building
Tank.
rooting to in the building wants to try A-Dong. Put it all over your face.
Well, when you get to town next week, why don't we just all three of us jump on A-Dong? There's plenty of A-Dong to go around.
Give me some chon.
We're stupid. I'm done. I love y'all hard. Have a good week. Happy Father's Day, Holmes, and have a good weekend out there. Be safe. Be safe. LG has a dogo. That counts. Happy Father's Day, LG. That's a lot of responsibility.
Shout out
to
Agatha. One time for Agatha.
Give it up for Agatha. She's had plenty of A-Dong. We're done. See y'all on Monday. No members today. Rudy's out of town traveling. Back on Monday. Let me know.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.